Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 150 World Tour with Jermsyboy. He's crouching. There's his name, Jermsyboy.
There we go. Hi.
Dude, it's been so long. We were just saying before we recorded how we used to do this like weekly or more often all the time, and how long it's been.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Way too long.
It's if anyone has been waiting for our famous series Sky Adventures, we're finally back.
So we're back. Jerm, it's back.
Jerm, thank you so much for coming along on my little World Tour episode with me right now. I want to say off the top, because I always say this at the end, and as you know, Jerm, no one ever makes it to the end of videos. I'm putting all my stuff right here in this chest, so you can grab the World Download, which will be available in the description here. So all my stuff right here in the chest, okay? So there you go. All right, now we are in a backup of the world, so we're in creative, we can fly around and stuff, but if you're brand new, and a bunch of people are brand new on World Tour episodes, first, this is my friend Jermsyboy, who's a beautiful builder, does Building Big with Jerm, one of the great Minecraft survival series on all of YouTube, and also a member of Legacy SMP. I almost forgot the name. How would that have been?
That's it.
Sausage and Whip would be like screaming through the computer. Oh, anyway, yeah. So
mad.
So angry. So so Jerm came on with me just to hang out here and kind of go through the world. And it's easier to sort of bounce things off people than just me jabberjaw all day long. And so here we are. So Jerm, this is the village I did in the very last episode before we went. It used to be only this house, and I thought, well, it's not very impressive spawn with just one house and then nothing. So I built kind of a mining community sort of area around here using like a template. And I came to a realization of something that I'm going to try in this world. Instead of do everything sort of haphazard palette, I'm going to kind of pick a palette per district or per town or whatever. So this is what I went with for this one, actually using the diorite roofs, which are growing on me. I kind of like it.
Yeah, this is really cool. I've always liked the idea of trying to use the same palette throughout the same village, but I don't know. I get too bored of that. But you did it. You did it really well. I really like this village.
Well, thank you. I think that I'm a little bit of a cheater because the pine trees help a lot. Like they help a lot.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Custom trees in your world, even if they're not that great, because I'm not that good at it, but they help so much because you see it and you're like, that's not Minecraft. You know, someone did that, and then all of a sudden, even if it's subconscious, it makes it more more done, I guess.
Yeah.
But we have a ton to see here, even though it's just one world. In this world, if you're new to the channel, I am just staying in one area. And so for 150 episodes, we've just been in this one singular area. And there's all kinds of stuff, like this is a little cow pasture. Hey, you know, remember what we said about how I'm going to not say annoying things about Bedrock? Here's one annoying thing about Bedrock. Look at these freaking cows.
Oh. What?
Yeah, they have this whole area, and they all go to that one spot every time. Every time.
That's so weird.
Yeah, like passive mobs just do that in Bedrock. It's the weirdest and oddest thing that I don't understand, but yeah.
Huh. Is it maybe because they're trying to get to these guys?
No, I really don't think so. I think I saw Prowl talk about on one of his Bedrock videos and stuff, but just about how mobs always go like northwest, and that is northwest.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, super odd, like AI weird thing.
Weird.
But anyway, if you walk along here, this is kind of where I sort of started the world. Like all this stuff is very, very early stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that isn't, you know how the early stuff goes. Like sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
It's not quite as manicured and stuff because you don't have materials, and then often do you come back to it? Maybe not all the time, you know. Mm-hmm. But I do like how this little area sort of turned out. I was sort of channeling, what's that kingdom that B-dubs did? Is it Timberstone? Like that early one that has the castle up there with these little crop fields? I always thought that was so cool.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And I just really always liked how they're just real little crop fields with the thing, and so I tried to do something like that with a little wizard tower and stuff, and it turned out okay. This is going to be a future expansion site. This is my sugarcane farm in this house. That's why it's so big and weird.
Oh, wow.
But this is going to be like a bunch of these houses up here once we get a bunch of landscaping and stuff done.
That's cool.
But it's going to take, that'll come later. Since I'm working only in the same area forever, it's nice to be able to break it up between sort of these different little, districts or whatever you want to call them, kingdoms or towns or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I finally
Man,
finished
that
a
mountain
couple
out
of
in the distance.
You see the mountain? You see it?
Yeah, that's really cool.
I love it so much. I really love it. I did a lot of work between last episode and this one, so if you watch every episode, you're gonna see a lot of like grind on the mountain. Well, we must head over that way because it's basically where we're going. But yeah, dude, it makes a big difference. I know you're talking about doing a custom mountain or just being a big cheater and just letting Minecraft do it for you.
No, I've decided I'm gonna do a custom mountain at some point.
Do it.
I will.
Dude, I'll tell you what shocked me about doing it, because I'm no like Whip or Pixel Riffs who are like professional mountain builders, but the building the mountain was the faster part. It's like the detailing is really slow and really grindy.
That's the part I'm scared about.
Yeah, like I thought throwing all the blocks just because of the quantity of blocks would be rough, but it's not really. It kind of goes pretty fast, but it makes all the difference in the world to have it there.
Oh, that is really cool. I love the snow, just those like snow drifts coming down the sides. You did that really well.
Thank you. That was actually kind of easy. The next thing, it's not done yet. The next thing I want to do is I want to use some darker grays and make some like fake shadows up on it.
Yeah.
But that's the next level. There's actually parts of the mountain that are still missing. You can kind of see there's a big hole in the side of it over there, because I haven't decided exactly. I just haven't decided, so I'm just waiting. I don't want to do it and then change my mind later.
Right.
But this area is very inspired, actually. This is kind of my like sort of Mediterranean Tuscan sort of styled village. Mm-hmm. Kind of it's like a rose farming community. So
nice.
I just tried to go with a little bit of a different style and give it what I like about the mountain the most is it blocks the view of everything else. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like you can have this here, and this would feel weird if there was like a more standard medieval thing just right over there, which there is, but you can't see it because there's a mountain between it,
Yeah.
And the Bedrock like rendering thing is so great because you can see so freaking far. It's my number one thing that I love about it is you can render 80 chunks no problem. So you would be able to see that stuff, which would kind of break the immersion a little bit, I think. So I'm always looking for stuff. Like I want to put something sort of between that, where that sugarcane farm is up there. So I want to put some sort of barrier, whether I do just really big trees or another little mountain or a hill or something. So that way this looks like it's nestled in the middle of, nowhere.
Yeah, that's a really cool idea. I've never really thought about, I guess I haven't really had to think about that with Java Edition. Right. With laying like 20 chunks and that's the max. But yeah, that's really cool idea, dividing stuff up with just custom mountains.
Yeah, I think that you can see over there. Actually, I started this mountain over here is going to be all like cliffs and plateaus. So I'm going to be doing a sort of Tuscan Mediterranean fortress, I guess, kind of up on top of that. So, but you won't be able to see, the main castle is just like right over there, but you just can't see it because of the mountain. So they should be blocked. You can, however, see this other mountain, this other castle. There's going to be 5 castles in this little area. Wow. I'm kind of proud of this one, man. I don't think it's the best castle ever, but it's my iron farm, so the shape is a little weird, and it had to be kind of. But I guess we should just fly over there because it's going to take a while. So because the iron farm is a certain size that you have to build it around, and in Bedrock, here I go again. I'm on a roll. In Bedrock, you can't have any villager stations within 100 blocks of an iron farm, or else the villagers will like unlink and it gets weird and stuff. So I had to figure out what to do around it. So I built all this like custom cropland around it. Like this is all big fake hill. Just so I wouldn't put houses within 100 blocks. Like 100 blocks is like right here. So that way I can build houses and use villager stations for decoration. Villager stations, they need an on-off button, like redstone or something. So that way they're just a decorative block.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. But I think this turned out pretty well. It's not done on the inside yet, but it's very, very very, very inspired by the Beauty and the Beast, a cartoon castle that my boys watch every single day of their lives.
Yeah, this is really cool. I love diorite castles.
I know you do, and I've built a couple in my life too. Everyone hates on diorite so much. I really like it. I really like it.
Yeah, me too. Especially with that new calcite block from 117.
Dude, that looks so good. It looks so
Yeah.
good. But yeah, I think this turned out well. One of the only things in my texture pack that I've changed, I tried to keep it very, very, very vanilla, but I had to change a couple things. So I went the darker andesite that you did, and I made end stone like just grayscaled, just white, because the end is the moon in this world. So it's just like moon. It's like moonstone, There's a whole bunch of lore, by the way.
Nice.
If you're watching this and you've never seen any episodes, there's a lore series that's kind of like a drama set in this world, and we'll explain that when we get to the end and I show it. But that's why there's like people live on the moon, and that's why I had to change the texture. But it works great with like diorite variant,
Yeah, it really does.
And I'm kind of in love with the green up on top of that, the warped fungus block.
Yeah, that is really cool. With the warped and the what's it called? Granite.
Yeah.
Reminds me a lot of the copper.
Yeah, I thought that too, and I was building this long before they told us we're getting copper, so they probably are watching the series and taking my ideas. But
yeah.
And this is my just unbelievably effective iron farm. It's so small and it's so easy and it's awesome. I'm building out of iron blocks for fun because it's so effective.
Nice.
But what's so great about this iron farm, and I got to give full credit, this is a Prowl design, this is the whole thing. It's right up here. You can go up, you cure that one zombie villager up there, and then every villager in my trading farm here goes down to 1 emerald for everything for a while.
Huh.
It's really great because they can all see since there's glass blocks over them. So once you cure them, they all get the villager discount. So I have like, I hit them with the curing potion, and then boom, whatever you want. Bookcases, books. I do a lot of there's a lot of iron trades just for the emeralds and stuff. But yeah, it's a really nice system.
Nice. Does it work that way in Java Edition? You cure one and you get discount for everyone?
I don't know. The little bit I know about villagers, I got from a Fixxitt412 Survival Guide, and I think if one sees it, then they can tell someone else about it. But sometimes that discount isn't the full discount; it's not as good. This is just if everyone sees it, everyone gets it, and it's a great design. This was actually how I repaired my tools for the longest time.
Oh, nice.
Because I would just come in here, and once they're fully unlocked and they get the villager cure, you can trade 15 trades per item or 12 or something like that. So I would just go here and because the problem with Bedrock is you can't have offhand tools. So so an ender doesn't work because you can't repair a pickaxe with that.
Oh geez.
Right, and also you can't hit more than one mob at the same time, so there's that too. But what does work, I've learned since, is I've learned about a trident killer, which is the greatest freaking thing ever.
I've heard about those. What is that?
Come on over. Let me show you. It's so great.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so great. Yeah, I mean, now that's how I do it. I just have an overworld gold farm and a trident killer. It just kills everything. Once you throw a trident in Bedrock, it stays yours forever, and you can just push it around with pistons and you kill everything it touches. So let's go over here and we'll go into the mountain, and that's where I hid most of my farms, inside the mountain, which is actually why I built a mountain to hide
man,
my gold farm.
Such a cool mountain.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's
Love it.
I'm really proud of it. I really, every time I see it, it kind of makes me just happy. I just really like it.
Yeah, it's very, very impressive, and you've done it super quickly too. I feel like.
I think I started it after World Tour 75. I think this is going to be another bit of a mountain. I just don't know. I don't know if nice. I've been kind of thinking about maybe doing a land bridge over there with the mountain, so that way ships would pass under this, and I just need to get a vision sort of in my head,
Mm-hmm.
But here is how you repair your tools in Bedrock, and it is the coolest thing. So. You have all these nether portals up there that light and turn off automatically, and just go up there and just take a look at this. I just refilled the I just refilled the what do you call flint and steel here earlier today. So yeah, and they all just fall down here. Then you come down here and you just flip this switch on, and it just kills them all with your trident.
Wow.
If you hold looting, you get all the gold, or you can hold your weapon or whatever and have it repair.
That's crazy.
I'll fix this in case anyone
Interesting.
wants to use it. Yeah, it's super cool. And just like, and it's really fast. It's like a couple seconds, like 30 seconds per tool kind of to repair. So, so I have that.
Wow,
I have that
that's
farm
really cool.
there. And then up here, I have a creeper farm, which is a sky flyer design. And it's very manual. It's just using the trapdoor pathing creeper thing. But because it's high enough, and during the day, nothing else will spawn except for creepers. So they just sort of fall. And then there's another trident killer in there. And then up here, I have a squid farm / salmon farm, which is what I eat over here. Again, this is why I built the mountain. I built the mountain just so I could hide all these farms.
Nice.
But this squid farm is super efficient. It's amazing. I AFK'd like, I don't know, a couple hours and I get a full double chest of both ink and salmon. Depending on, it's really weird.
Wow.
And I can't explain it, but depending on where you stand. If I stand in this room, it's almost all salmon. And if I stand over, like on the other side of this bridge, then it's almost all ink. So I don't know.
That's really weird.
But it works. The problem is it has to be in a river biome. So
Oh yeah.
So I built this weird sort of looking mountain peak that's going to be a waterfall eventually. We're going to do a big waterfall and a big collection water.
Oh, nice.
All custom terrain leading over to the jungle over there. And do some
wow.
stuff. So I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Crazy.
Yeah, that'll be a really nice terrain. I want to do a valley. I want to build in a real proper valley. So I'm going to build from the top of the little snow covered peak where the castle is down into a valley and then back up into the jungle. And that way I can have a nice big river flowing, you know, like a real river, not a little crappy 5-block Minecraft river, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I kind of spoiled the thing, because here's the actual city. Here's the actual city, and let's meet over here by the windmill so we can walk in.
Okay.
The windmill is my villager breeder, by the way. That's why it's so freaking big.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I'm so lazy, I didn't want to move them up, so I built it up high, and then I have this like water aqueduct system where I can just bust them down to wherever I need my villagers. But yeah, I think this turned out really well. This is like phase 1 of the city. Phase 2 is going to go over on that side of it, because again, I'll just be staying here forever. So I'm going to build another city over there where I can build maybe a little bit bigger cathedrals and things like that, you know. But
Nice.
before we go in there, we flew right by all this farmland. But I started doing custom trees in this world because I want to have all custom trees. And but I'm too lazy to do like all custom trees, you know. So I started using this system, and I think they turned out pretty well. I don't think they're great. But I think they're a lot better than regular vanilla trees. So
for sure.
The way I did them is I pillar up like 3 or 4 blocks, and I grow like 4 or 5 oak trees up there, and then take out the roots and make it into one root, and then just then you have to touch up the leaves a bit.
Okay.
But it's way faster than building custom oak trees, and I think it's okay. Looks all right.
Yeah, it's definitely better than the vanilla trees. Even definitely better than the big vanilla tree.
Oh yeah, what I like to get like 5 of the big vanilla oak trees, because then you have a lot more leaves to sort of play with and take away and stuff. But I learned on Artcraft. Remember when we used to hang out all the time and go to Artcraft and just walk around?
Yeah.
They always have trees hanging over the pathways. Always. Like anytime you're walking on the roads, there's trees hanging over them, and I've always thought that was super cool. So that's what I wanted to do there, and I think it gives you a bit of a sense of immersion. Actually, let's check this out before we go over to the city.
Okay.
This little fishing village. Yeah, and I think the other thing I did up there that I think worked out pretty well is for the little dangler leaves up on the mountain. I every time I put one sort of on the backside, I used dark oak, and also in my texture pack I made dark oak actually darker. So it looks like there's a little bit more shadow and light playing off them. I think it kind of worked.
I'm having a hard time. They're all just kind of blended together for me.
Are they really? Oh,
yeah, it might just be my video settings, but it just looks all the same. It still looks good though.
Up on the mountain, you mean? Up there?
Yeah.
Like those danglers?
Yeah. It almost looks like just solid color, the green.
Well, you know what? Just don't tell anybody, and no one else will know. So they'll just take my word for it.
I'll just cut that out of the video.
Yeah, shh. Don't tell anyone. So this little area. So I wanted to make an area where there's like water. There's going to be eventually like some sort of what do you call it? Watershed? Is that what you call it on a mountain? Like where it melts?
I don't know.
Well, like where when it snows, it's cool, and then it gets warmer, so the snow melts. So here, I had no grass, so like as if this area gets like covered in water and real muddy and stuff all the time, and I just thought it was kind of a cool, different look. So a little bit of a mini fishing village here, and again, just trying to do something that's a consistent style with itself, but different than the rest of the place. I think it worked out okay. It needs really a little bit of love, but I think it's all right. But let's head over to the main city. The other thing I started doing is I started the process of overhauling all the rivers in this world.
Oh, nice.
And just making them all like, well, I don't know, like less crappy, like get rid of all
rivers.
The sand and clay and stuff like that, and put some coarse dirt in. Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah, it looks much better.
Yeah, I think it's not something that you necessarily notice unless someone tells you to look at it and give me a compliment on it, but I think it does. But if you come over to the windmill again, then we'll go check out Old Town, okay. and then the end, and that's pretty much all I have in this little world so far until next episode when I'm starting my my ice castle / guardian farm, which I've already started, and it is such a pain in the butt. Oh my goodness. We were talking before. I was telling Jerm how I'm working on draining it, like actually down to the floor. It's a grind.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
We'll
be on that. Unfortunately, stuff like that is like crappy for YouTube because like you can't show that.
Yeah.
Like, hey everybody, I'm gonna fill this. Sand again. But so this area, this was a procedure generated town. And I started something where I need to get back to it, but I want to have a shop for every item in the game, every block in the game in this world. That's kind of my goal. So most of these are like shops, and have like spruce doors, and you buy it there, or you can buy like dark oak fence over there and things like that, and it's just an excuse to build a lot of places, But yeah, I think it turned out okay. I reworked a bunch of my glass textures. And, I'm no you, but I think that they're better than vanilla, and I'll live with that for right now.
Yeah, I think they're good. I like them.
Little things like these cliffs I think came a long way. I kind of wish I waited till like episode 120 to do them. I wish I had done them much earlier because they make a huge difference. Just adding some love to these cliffs instead of just Minecraft cliffs,
Yeah, for sure. Looks good.
But if you go up here, up my Blackstone Rose, my very controversial Blackstone Rose, almost no one likes them. I like them though.
Yeah, I really like them. I think they're a really, really unique idea.
Well, I would
have never thought to do that.
I only did it because there's so much freaking gray in a medieval kingdom, much gray. And I didn't want to have more gray. So I thought, well, it's got to be either like brown, and there's already a lot of brown too, or I went the Blackstone. I think after you kind of get used to it, it sort of flows,
Yeah, I do think it works. For sure.
But yeah, so this is my storage building up here for the world. And I had to go big since I'm not moving around, That being said, if you go to every little town, there's like a room full of chests. If you guys know me at all, that's what I do. So I did a storage building here, and I spend a long time here getting this kind of stuff. But this is the other part of the new castle up here, where it's going to be like, more aesthetically pleasing and storyline driven. This is where the king does his business in the courtyard eventually, and all that kind of stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, not a lot to see here. There's still a bunch of rooms I need to do up in the second floor and things like that. But it's coming along. I think the overall feeling of the city I think it's like at a good world tour, world download place, because like everything kind of has a cap in it until the next project starts. Right now, like there's like a wall around it, and the mountains at a good place before I start adding in all the darker stone and all that kind of stuff and all that. But I am very much looking forward to adding a lot more castle. Like this castle has like 3 or 4 more buildings to add. I want to put a building up on top of this big flat custom hill I did over here eventually, and kind of have it all connect. Over here is going to be a big custom mountain. Beside that's going to be the actual like keep of the castle. So there's a lot more to come, but time.
Yeah. I just can't believe how much you've done since you started this series. It doesn't feel like it's been going for very long at all.
Well, yeah, I mean, 150 episodes is a chunk, but I often go like several a week, so I guess time kind of flies by. It's actually a year. It's a year old, almost exactly. A couple.
That's
days
crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
But if you come over here, we'll head to the end and check out the last thing we have. So the storyline of this world was a barren, rocky planet, and people from the Earth in the near future went to do an experiment. And they found like an uninhabited rocky world, and they did their experiment, and of course it went awry, and there was a terrible explosion. When they woke up, all of the blocks, all of their bodies were changing these blocky sort of Minecraft forms. Like physics is forcing everything into cube shapes. That's kind of the storyline. So one of the 2 ships landed on the moon named Apuro, and the other is missing as of now at the time that we're recording this. And what we're going to find...
What? I can't open the door.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why.
We could fall down here, but let's go out the other way. If you're here for the world tour, this is the building you go in to get to the end. Okay?
I can't get out.
Sorry. I'll just leave you there. I'll just leave you here.
Okay, that sounds good. Oh.
Okay, well, I'm definitely not cutting that out. Okay, fly up here and go. I don't know why you. I don't know. You should have.
Yeah, that's weird.
So what happens is eventually, and now we're getting ahead of the story. That's where the story is so far. They find out that there's life on this planet now, and there wasn't before, and they're like, what the heck's going on? So they found this little cave here, and what they're going to do is they're going to fly their shuttle down into this cave, and that is going to be how we get to the end. Now there's a way. I actually did redstone. Check this out.
Oh boy.
Are you ready? It's the simplest redstone ever. Yeah, see? It just, the lava stops.
Oh.
But also it's very slow, so I just walked through this door. So so if you walk down through, I did this right when the cave announcement video, Minecon was. I thought, that looks cool. I should try to build like a lush cave,
Nice.
So they fly their space shuttle down through here, through the lava thing, and come down through here. And then,
oh my gosh.
This was, by the way, none of this was a cave. This was all dug.
Jeez. I was just about to ask about that.
No, there was no cave here. It was all solid stone.
Wow.
But where this portal is, so I happened to find this portal here. It was so lucky. I started building a town here, and I was mining, and I found a piece of mossy stone. I was like, what? And there's a portal like directly under where my kingdom's going to be. It was so amazingly lucky. I didn't throw one eye of ender to find it. It was just right here.
Wow.
But this is going to be the shuttle. I'm going to build the space shuttle right here where they go back and forth. That way you can just walk into the shuttle and just whoop into the end.
Nice.
And this is the space base on the moon. So it, you know what? I think I turned off. Yeah, you should have slow falling, but I think I turned it off because it's annoying. But yeah, check this out. I did more redstone. Check this out.
Oh.
Yeah, see, I did.
Oh, nice.
All on my own. That tells you that the shuttle's leaving and going out the shuttle bay right here, and this is eventually what we'll do is we'll copy this, in the overworld, and that'll be sort of the way in and out. I think could be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
But the rest of the space bay, this was the newest edition. It's not totally done. But I really, I really like doing this sort of sci-fi thing because whenever I'm kind of tired and I'm like, I don't really feel like doing it, I come here. I'm like, oh, there's so many things I want to build, and so many ideas I have. I decided that for the sci-fi, I'm going to use all the glazed terracotta for like the sci-fi blocks. So that's what this floor is. It's all the different glazed terracottas.
Oh, nice.
Here, like these are the textures that I I made them. I made them technically, but I also did have a picture of the up that I was heavily influenced. But I did make them officially. So take that. Anyone who says I stole them. Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of cool. You know, I think there's some cool things. I have a really big cactus farm here, which before I made my awesome, amazing salmon / bone / ink farm, this was how I actually got all my bone meal for building. Because underneath here, they go into composters and they just all bone meal up. But then I did. Yeah, I used your jack-o'-lantern texture. Hey, Jerm, can I use your jack-o'-lantern texture? Would you mind?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. So I used it. I used your jack-o'-lantern texture right here, and let me just tell you, getting this to work in Bedrock, that was like a 12-hour odyssey. But I did it.
Oh, jeez.
Because there's no block states or modeled JSON file. You know?
Yeah.
But there's other things. If you walk out here, let me turn on slow falling. So I did throw down some command blocks here for mob griefing.
Cheater.
Yeah, I know, big cheaters. But I wanted you to have like a moon, you know.
Oh, that's cool.
Be on the moon. So I gave you like the nearest person to the command block. Since it's a single player world, it's only me. When you're on the moon, you're always getting a slow fall. And
nice.
This is the ship that landed.
Wow, this is really cool.
Yes, there's like I tried to build like an office building, a ship. Oh my goodness, I can see the end islands from here. I bumped up my render since I was here last. Weird.
Yeah, I can't see those.
This is the oxygen plant over here. So this weird sort of triangle. I just wanted to build a weird looking building, you know, like just to make it feel really sci-fi. And I thought this would be like where they make their oxygen using like, you know, bioengineered plants and all sort of sci-fi malarkey. But in here, all these plants give out tons and tons of oxygen, and then they can pipe it throughout the network, and that's sort of how they breathe here on the moon, you know.
This is really cool.
It's fun to build in sci-fi, and it's very challenging. It's very, very challenging in you know, mostly vanilla Minecraft for sure. But it's fun. It's fun, and it's a really, really, really nice chance to break away, you know. And whenever you're really bored of the traditional medieval sort of situation.
Yeah, a lot of the new Blacks 117 have got me wanting to do some more like sci-fi, maybe like cyberpunk or steampunk stuff.
I definitely see some steampunk with the copper and the lightning rods and even the telescope just hold it by hand looks so steampunky.
Yeah.
They should give you a stand.
Yeah, this is really cool though.
Like for the
that'd be really cool.
And you can use it as a decoration, or you could just walk up to it and click on it and look from a static location. That would be super cool. Eventually, here, what I want to do is I'm going to take. I killed the Ender Dragon all 20 times. That way, I could open up the pathways, because then this is going to be a major walkway, you know, that goes the whole way around. Eventually, I'm going to take down these obsidian things and make all of these sort of power beacons and really try to sci-fi this up and make this. I'll tell you what, this end island, it's not as big as I thought it was. Once you start building some bigger stuff, you're like, oh crap, this is super small. But I'm going to try to make it like, do you ever see like, well, I'm sure you have, like the pictures of like Cyberpunk 2077 game? Like everything in those cities is so freaking dense, you know, it's so dense. There's like walkways on top of walkways on top of walkways, you know? So that's kind of what I want to do here. I just want to make it like building on top of building on top of building and weaving, and not that many, I'm going to say this, not that many square rectangles, though every building you see right now is a square rectangle, but you know, eventually.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
But
don't see enough cyberpunk stuff in Minecraft.
No, you don't. You guys have an awesome sort of cyberpunk thing in Legacy, right?
Yeah, Flip and Chimney Swift and Nash all started some stuff, but yeah, you really don't see enough. I mean, I feel like it's kind of perfect for Minecraft.
Yeah,
there's enough concrete and stuff in the game, like sea lanterns.
Yeah,
I feel like it worked great.
Yeah, it's like it needs to be so colorful, and concrete blocks are so useless in, well, what most of us build in sort of the, you know, the medieval sort of style. You just can't use them. Although you were using it today in your stream that I watched, but you generally can't use concrete at all.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like using it, but it's only good transition block for that.
Right. Well, dude, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for me. I think you've seen everything there is to see. I don't think I skipped anything for now, but this is the world at 150.
Yeah, this was really cool. Glad you invited me to see it.
Well, dude, thank you so much for stopping by. If you somehow are the one person in the world who doesn't know who Jerm is, click on the description and go watch every single video, especially the first ones in Building Big with Jerm.
Oh God, nope. And if you're watching my video, make sure you go check out Fixxitt and watch his very first video.
Oh, we've talked. Yeah, we've spent many a live stream playing each other's first videos for everybody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, don't do either of those two things that we just suggested, but you'll really enjoy. So please make sure you go click on it. Also, not only a brilliant builder, but also entertaining, and also a brilliant best in the world texture pack maker.
Wow.
So go check out both Vanilla Tweaks texture pack and the is it still going? The Little Taste of Jerm texture pack.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
It's great. Like Vanilla Tweaks is, as you would expect, pretty close to vanilla, and Little Taste of Jerm is a lot more altered, but equally amazing. So yeah, go check it out. Jerm, anything you want to plug?
No, I think you covered everything.
All right. Well, love you very much. Thank you for coming, and I will see you all next time.